So I want to segue into the next question, dealing with social media. And we all consume it. Some of us create on it. Social media is like a bottomless cup of perfectly filtered or maybe not perfectly filtered highlight reels. I mean, you can agree, like there's even a video that I want to go into in the next episode that talks about a girl getting mad because her man paid for a flower subscription, but he forgot about it. So she's mad because, oh, since he forgot about it, he don't love me and stuff like that. So how do you guys navigate the deluge of unrealistic expectations, and how do you filter out the noise and stay true to your own brewer? So spill the beans, keep it real, keep them black and hot, just like the coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing, is, especially when you talk about unfiltered, you need to know what those expectations are.
Yeah.
Now, I've been in a relationship longer, I think, than anybody in this room with my wife. I think we're going on, 27 years now, been married. So we've had a lot of transition. We've had a lot of growth ever since we hooked up when we were like, in my early 20s. But I know what her expectations are. We talk about it. While we were here, I was heading over here. My phone went off the alarm. Then every Saturday at 8:45 on my phone, I have an alarm called Relationship Check. That's when I call my wife, no matter where I am. I didn't do it because she's at church right now and I'm here. To check our relationship to see what's going well, what's not going, so we can talk about those things. Not with the TV, not with people there, not their circumstances. Time for us to sit down, look at each other and say, hey, this is how the relationship is. This is what's going on. This is what I don't like. This is what I've noticed and what you can improve upon. We have that kind of communication. We didn't have that before, but we saw it was needed because we both started to assume things. So now we don't have to take that into account. We sit and talk maybe about 30 minutes. And 90% of the time, my wife and I get along perfectly. But we have our moments, especially when I have my moments. So now I understand what it is she wants, what she requires, and how she's staying. Because what she requires now compared to what she required 10 years ago are two completely different things. Because you stayed and grow. So what was working sometimes back then doesn't work now. Now, some things, of course, have stayed the same. But this is our chance for us to communicate, talk about what's necessary, what's not necessary, what I'm lacking in, what I'm improving in, and, for us to keep our continued relationship growing and not to be stagnant in a relationship. Because, again, even who I am now is not to be who I am next year. And so services may change. So I think communication is absolutely the key. And say for something I don't know. My wife is very clear with me to let me know what her expectations are.
I mean, if I understood the question, when you brought in social media into the mix, how it's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
I think it's propaganda. It's everyone's best foot forward, their best meal, vacation, all that stuff. I'm not a real big fan of social media anymore and how it plays a part in relationships, because we see everyone living their best life and maybe you're at a desk all week.
Yeah.
So that could wear on you after a while on their highlight reels and what you filter in, all the content you're digesting. That's needless entertainment. It's more of a distraction at this point to me than anything else. So we talked about that in our dynamics of our relationship, like unplugging for weeks, months at a time. Don't post right away. It's not, I'm driving that. That's just for me. I'll take pictures and go somewhere, but you won't see it for months.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on there every day sharing my life transparently anymore. It was fun for a minute, but some things you grow out of. And it's not that I'm better than anything or anyone. I just don't need it for that anymore. Because people have a perception that things are always good because of what you post.
They always talk good.
Yeah, they think because you posted a vacation, they don't know when you came back, your car broke down. We don't share that. We don't share that. I need a new battery or my AC went out of my car. We share, we're on the beach, we're on an island, everything's great. And it's just fool's gold to them. And it causes you not checking on people because you just saw them on a cruise ship. So you think everything is good. But they don't know you got an argument when you got back from the cruise ship. You know what I mean? On the cruise ship. So it's fool's gold to me. It's not really realistic. To the point where even my own mother, who I loved and adored, and glad she's still with me, the queen, she will say, oh, I saw you guys were here. I'm like, Mom, that was months ago. She's like, oh, I saw you guys okay. I saw you right there. It's like, no, that was last year. Like, we're getting our updates on family through a tool instead of just picking up the phone and talking about our lives. So I look at social media as being actually antisocial.
I said that's interesting how you said that.
There is how you even pick up the phone or you test it. Oh yeah, just check it in.
It's everything. Yeah. It's everything. You hear the tone, you get you know, when you see someone, you get the body language, you get the things that aren't replaceable. But we replaced it with images and photos and reels. And so when it comes to the relationship and our household, both of us could be on the couch on our phones. And so even though we're close and proximities right here, doesn't mean we're engaged.
Or connected.
And connected or talking about anything that Orlando's doing weekly with his wife and making sure the pulse of the relationship is moving forward. So it's a distraction now, in my opinion. And so unless you're using it to monetize and make money, even that could be a distraction to a certain extent. But I don't really care for social media, even though I'm on it. And we're going to put this on social media, right? So people can see and digest this content, but it could be a distraction if we don't use it carefully. And so that's how I feel about all that.
Can you ask the question again? 'Cause I'm not sure I understood the way you phrased it. It had so much going on. Yeah.
Yeah, with social media being all this highlight reels of, let's say, what someone defines what being a man is, man or woman, or whatever the case it is. How do you filter out a lot of that bull jive, or actually that's real?
Oh, okay.
Each piece of ground.
Well, for me, I work in social media, right? More so on the marketing side and advertising side. But I have to consume social media, you know, because it's just what I do for work. So I have a strong desire to pop bug from social media because I consume it. I know everything that's going on. And it's become such a part of just the society. Yeah, it's a pillar. And it's one of those things that are stopping in both ways. You have to kind of just roll with it. But to Sam's point, it's social media, but it's anti-social with. And it's just one of those things. I have mixed feelings about it because I do it for work and I need it. But I want to take a break from it, you know, whenever I can, because it's a lot. It is unrealistic too, because people always put their best foot forward. They never talk about the negative aspects of their life, and not that it should be like a negative festival of that, because sometimes when people do put the real stuff out, they get judged for it.
Yeah, it does.
It's tough. There's no right answer to that. But for me, how do I navigate it? I consume it. I think it's funny. I like watching funny stuff for my own entertainment. I send Sam like 25 stupid memes per day.
Usually called pretty good.
And he be around, and I call it a day. I just do it I use it for entertainment purposes.
That artist singing "Nobody Just Picked Up." It's way changed my life this week. I can't get that out of my head. Man, I really know how to use it. Like me, go to the top. That's what I heard last night, Larry. Thank you for that gift that keeps on giving.
But it's fine. It could be funny, and there's a lot of really fantastic things going on in social media. So I am all for it, but at the same time, I think we need to take grace, you know. Has it ever impacted your relationship? No. Okay, that's good. That's good. That'd be. Okay. You know, but I tell you what,
Because of the issue with social media, boy,
yeah, nah, it has it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'll tell you how it impacts relationships in general, though, because there are a lot of unrealistic, they call them couple goals, right? And on one hand, it's great to see couples having fun and loving on each other and having a good time, and that is something to aspire, right? To have. So, I want to do something fun like that with my girl. I want to take my man to this place and have that experience. So there are some positive aspects to that. But the thing is, no one knows they don't explain how that couple got to that point.
Right, yeah.
And so it's, how do you get there? First of all, how do you get into a relationship? How do you get to a good, healthy relationship? How do you maintain that relationship? How do you deal with the adversities that come with that? And it's a challenge. It's never a walk in the park. So how do you do that? And we never talk about those things. I would say him. I'm sure there's some.
We do, but we're judged for it.
Yeah, but then we're judged for what we do, right? Because it's all you just want attention. You're crying for no reason. Go shut up. That's like.
That's why I don't say that, because we used to get joked about that my wife and I are like the Huxtables. And when you watch the Cosby Show growing up, they never fought. Everything was a great day or challenges with the kids, but they never really showed that drama.
What?
That they come with that heat on that show. Everything was on the up and up. They were both professionals. It was great imagery for what we needed at that time. And it took the mask off that families go through, where someone might get a terminal illness or a car accident, and they might be in a hospital for months. We don't think it's wrong. No, that real life didn't happen there at a show on most sitcoms. So we laugh at that because it's what we put out on social media, that they think we're the Huxtables. But they don't know. In our marriage ministry counseling, we go through stuff. They don't see us with the mask off and when my wife don't like me. She loves me, but she may not like me with that reason. So they don't see that. So that's why I think, which is really, it's fool's gold. It's not real headline news.
And hence, I'll put a cap on that by saying this. That's why God used the Pete. A staple in manipulation. Not a staple, the staple. He is the glue that keeps stable.
Because at least I can attest for my marriage. When either of us are slipping up, I can't, and I'll say, and I slope up. I can't turn around and point the finger at Cheryl because I have to look at Christ first. Because I have to look at him to see, he's my sinner. So before I can look, I have to look around him and be like, man, all right, so then it makes me look at me and where my mistakes were. And that was all almost back to the first initial question was about being a man. Because you got to take a responsibility. It's like, I attributed to this aspect. And we're always so quick, and I've been quick.
Just breathe.
No, this is about me and my boys. I love my young boys through and through. But we're in the season of, I'm trying to teach them about it. And I don't mean in an ill way, but it's just how I have to look at it from a in God biblical standpoint. Don't be me. Don't turn around and be the snake said, and then Adam said, Eve said, I was like, take responsibility. Adam said, that's on me, God. We've still been Eve.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, dude, the moment you get over here, that I'm not going to call it, it had nothing to do with the snake or Eve. If Adam took responsibility, if we take responsibility for our percentage, our issue.
The snake approached Eve for a reason. Is that he knew she was the one precious. It her for a reason.
And this is something. And God, but see, Bobby, I call it how I show my boys is stop, and I'm like stop being an E and passing blame. Take ownership. If Adam took ownership and said, God said, Adam, who told you? He's like, that's on me, dog. I messed up. I shouldn't have eaten it. I knew better. You told me I could have everything. I could have my Maseratis, my Lambo, but nah, I was the Rolls Royce. So I took the keys to the Rolls Royce and I drove the Rolls Royce.
You pulled the Ferris Bueller. Exactly.
Take ownership of it. And this is just going back to what I'm trying to teach my boys. Stop passing blame. Take ownership. If you have a percentage of responsibility, own that and stop it there and own it all.
And he's right, because God didn't come say, Eve, where are you?
Right.
He said, Adam, where are you? You're naked. Oh, dog. How you know you're naked? What you doing?
Because her eyes were open.
Because their eyes were open. Right. So by then,
then was he then twice?
So that's when he turned and cast, and I was like, and that's the one thing as men as a whole, and I'm seeing it in so many elements. It's easier to shift the blame, so we don't have to take all the blunt or all the damage or all, because it hurts. It's a heavy cross to bear.
yes.
I was understood then. I thought if you were saying Adam should have took responsibility for what Eve did.
No.
Okay.
For Koreans, that's what I'm saying. But me and my wife, even though I know she's in the wrong, but I was the one who poured fuel on it and struck the map. Like I have to account for that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
And for those reasons, that's why I have to say, okay, I have to look at me first, because I have to look at Christ, which is my center point. Then it makes me look at me, and I have to look at him from my aspects first.
All right, can I just clarification on one thing? A couple of you brought it up. I want to make sure I understood this. I heard a couple of you say, well, when you put certain things, when Nate spoke about social media, a couple of you said, well, when you keep it real on social media, you get judged.
Yes.
What do y'all think was going to happen when you put certain things on social media? We all think what's going to happen. You're going to be judged. I mean, so it sounded like you guys were surprised. I get real on social media and then I be judged. What do you think is going to happen?
No, it's not that I'm surprised. Okay, I knew that it was going to happen. I'm just.
Well, I put it on there if you know it's going to happen.
Well, I'm not saying for me. I'm saying what is out there.
Yeah.
So it's not that I thought that wasn't going to happen or didn't expect it. It's just that's the reality of how people react.
Yeah.
Because if I put on social media that I'm on vacation, I'm having a good time, I'm doing my thing, I'm living it up, I'm making all the money, whatever Tootsie Roll. When you're the Tootsie Rolls, doing Shannon Sharp block. Exactly.
Solve it.
This nigga said Shannon Sharp. But if I put that on social, I'm celebrated, right? But then if I put on social that, my relationship ain't working, mom, I'm going through this right now, even if it's a genuine moment for me and I just want to use social media as an outlet, some people will go, man, how brave was Larry?
Yeah.
You agree, right? You'll have a lot of people. Some people will go, well, oh man, I feel so bad for that, right? I can identify with that, right? That's great. But the rest of the people are going to go, you're just doing that shit for attention. Why are you putting that stuff out there? Stop crying. Be a man. Go out and do this. Shut up. And they're going to start judging me for being vulnerable. So it's a lose-lose. If I put out all the good stuff, people go, well, of course you put out the good stuff. Yeah. Nobody cares. If you put out the bad stuff, they go, you're doing this for attention. Why?
Yeah, why are you doing it on this platform? Because majority of your social media followers are not your real core friends. Those are people you're not sharing your good days or your bad days, but so why are you putting it on that platform? They're not even the ones you really call when you really need help. So that's definitely a perception of it.
And some people do it for attention. There are some that do that, but then there are some genuine people who are genuinely reaching out. They don't have anybody to help.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But I've done it myself. I can admit, I've seen stuff on social where I'm like, look at this fool.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. What's there? I have zero idea what they're actually going through. Like behind, they're crying and stuff on the camera, but even behind, when their camera shuts off, I have no idea what's going on. And yet I'm still judging that person. And I consider myself to be a good dude. I'm a good person. I'm still judging. So I tune in out of this question.
Y'all judging them.
We gonna fight at the podcast. So who wants to look? Wait, great dude. Larry's a great dude.
I don't agree to the good. He's a great dude. See, you don't even know what's coming.
Even when good people, you consider yourself to be a good person, we still judge other people. So people who are, worse than you all and deserve, people who are not used to a judge. So that's just what that means. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I get it.